Unlock your soul's code before it's too late. Millions feel a quiet desperation, unaware that the key to profound fulfillment, their soul's unique code, lies dormant within. We'll explore the deep significance of this inner calling and the transformative steps you can take to finally align with your true destiny. Millions of people all over the world feel this way. It's like a quiet desperation, as Thoreau famously said. It's that feeling of being adrift, even when everything on the surface looks okay. Maybe you've got the job, the relationships, all the things that are supposed to make up a good life. But there's still an inner voice whispering, is this all there is? This isn't some new feeling, but in our crazy, distraction-filled world, it's getting tougher to ignore, and for a lot of us, even harder to figure out what to do about it. We see people striving, achieving, collecting things, yet that deep satisfaction often seems just out of reach. Research from Gallup on global unhappiness has shown that feelings like stress, sadness, and worry have been climbing, even before everything that's happened in the world recently. Not everyone is in an obvious crisis, but a whole lot of people say they feel unfulfilled or are searching for something more. When you don't have that clear inner compass, life can feel like you're just reacting to things instead of living on purpose. It can show up, as always, feeling dissatisfied, struggling to make decisions, or just not feeling excited about what's next. You might feel like you're living a life based on what everyone else expects, rather than what you truly want. This isn't just some vague feeling. Living without a strong sense of purpose really can take its toll. It can crank up your stress levels and make you feel overwhelmed. When you're not lined up with what truly calls to you, life can feel like a constant battle, like you're a fish trying to climb a tree. There's often that nagging sense that you're not quite living the life you were meant for, that you're holding yourself back from who you could be. This inner tug of war, this misalignment, is exactly what we're going to explore, because there is another way. There's a way to shift from that quiet desperation to a life filled with deep, resonant purpose. What if I told you that right now, inside you, there's a unique blueprint for your most fulfilling life? I call this your soul's code. This isn't just a nice poetic thought. It's a way to understand that deep inner calling, the very core of who you are and what you're here to share with the world. Think of it as your spiritual DNA, a unique energetic signature that holds your natural gifts, your deepest passions, and the heart of your authentic self. The idea of a soul's code, or something like it, isn't brand new. Ancient wisdom and modern psychology both point to this kind of inner guidance. Carl Jung, the philosopher and psychologist, talked about it as the journey of individuation, basically discovering and becoming who we're truly meant to be. He believed that our life's purpose is unique to each of us, and that we find it by exploring our inner world to uncover our true selves. James Hillman, in his book The Soul's Code, wrote about the idea of a daimon, or guiding spirit, within each person, an inner image of our destiny. Like an acorn that already knows it's meant to become a mighty oak. Other folks describe it as a soul print, or a preset plan for the lessons we're here to learn and the contributions we're meant to make. It's not about becoming someone new, it's about remembering who you truly are at your core. Unlocking your soul's code is all about reconnecting with this authentic self, your higher self, your truest essence. It's understanding that your life isn't just a random string of events, but a journey with its own direction, its own unique mission. This code holds the key, not just to moments of happiness, but to a deep, lasting fulfillment. When you start living in sync with this inner code, life just feels different, more vibrant, Decisions get clearer, challenges turn into chances to grow, and you begin to feel a profound sense of joy and meaning, even when things get tough. It's the difference between just drifting in the ocean and actually sailing towards a horizon you've chosen. This soul's code is the compass that guides you there. It's the source of your greatest potential and what you're truly here to offer the world. Picture two artists. Both are incredibly talented. The first one, let's call her Maria, paints what she thinks will sell. She keeps up with trends, listens to what the critics say, and she's actually pretty successful commercially. Her studio is filled with paintings that are technically brilliant, yet Maria often feels this emptiness after finishing a piece, like something crucial is missing. She's hitting all the right notes, but she's not hearing her own soul's music. She's aware of this ache, this longing for something more, but she pushes it down, telling herself this is what success is supposed to feel like. Now think about another artist, Leo. Leo's also got heaps of talent, but he paints from a completely different place. He tunes into that inner whisper, that soul's code we've been talking about. His subjects are unusual, his style is all his own, and sometimes it really pushes against the norm. There are times when sales are slow, when self-doubt creeps in. But when Leo paints, he feels this undeniable connection, this sense of flow, of being completely and utterly himself. His work, whether it ends up in a fancy gallery or just his small studio, has a depth and authenticity that really touches people. He's not just putting paint on a canvas, he's translating his very being into art. Even when he struggles, there's this underlying feeling of being on the right track, of purpose. He's living his soul's code. This isn't to say one path is better in terms of worldly success, but it shows a really important difference. Maria feels that quiet desperation even with her success, because her work isn't truly aligned with her deepest, unique calling. Leo, on the other hand, finds fulfillment, even with all the uncertainties, because his life and his work are a direct expression of his soul's code. He dared to listen to that inner blueprint. Many of us live like Maria in different parts of our lives, our jobs, our relationships, our everyday choices, following someone else's script, what society expects, or just the easiest path, all while our unique soul's code, our inner Leo, is patiently waiting for us to notice and let it shine. The journey to unlock it isn't always a walk in the park. It might mean stepping away from what's comfortable, but the reward, a life that truly feels like your own. So, how do you actually start to figure out and tap into this soul's code within you? It's a path of looking inward and taking courageous action. Here are some practical, transformative steps, drawing from age-old wisdom and modern insights to help guide you. First, connect with your inner self. This is huge. With all the noise of daily life, it's easy for your soul's whispers to get drowned out. You need to consciously make space for quiet. Practice stillness. This could be meditation, even just for 5 or 10 minutes a day. There are tons of apps and guided meditations out there to help you get started. The idea isn't to totally empty your mind, but to just watch your thoughts and feelings without judging them. Embrace solitude. Make a point to spend time alone regularly without any distractions. Go for a walk in nature, sit by a window, just be. This is often when those subtle signals from inside can start to make themselves known. Journaling for insight. This is such a powerful tool. Don't hold back. Ask yourself some deep questions. When do I feel most alive? What activities make me totally lose track of time? If I wasn't afraid, what would I do? What injustices in the world really get to me? Think about recurring themes, dreams, and those moments of pure joy or deep dissatisfaction. These are all clues. Second, identify your core values and deepest needs. Your soul's code is closely tied to what you genuinely value and what you truly need to flourish, not what society tells you should value or need. Value assessment. Jot down a list of values, things like creativity, compassion, justice, freedom, connection, growth, stability. Then circle the top 5 to 7 that really hit home for you, the ones that feel essential for a fulfilling life. Needs reflection. What do you honestly need to feel energized and whole? Is it deep connection with others, intellectual challenges, creative expression, peace and quiet, or a sense of making a difference? Often, that quiet desperation comes from unmet needs. Alignment. Check. Take an honest look. How much do your current life choices, your job, your relationships, how you spend your time, actually line up with these core values and needs? Where are the gaps? Third, look for life clues, past, present, and future. Your life experiences, even the tough ones, have so much to teach you. Childhood passions. What did you absolutely love doing as a kid before the world told you what was practical or sensible? Those early passions often hold a really pure expression of your natural leanings. Moments of flow. Think about times you were so engrossed in something that time just seemed to vanish. What were you doing? These flow states often point to activities that align with your strengths and passions. Challenges as teachers. What tough stuff have you overcome? What did those experiences teach you about your own resilience, your strengths, your compassion? Sometimes our purpose is shaped in the fire of our biggest challenges. Pay attention to yearnings. What do you consistently find yourself drawn to, curious about, or even a little envious of, in a way that hints at a desire you have? These are like signposts. This journey of uncovering your soul's code is pretty profound. If this is striking a chord with you, if you're feeling that pull towards a more purposeful life, go ahead and like this video and subscribe for more content on living authentically. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. What's one whisper from your inner self that you've been noticing lately? Sharing can be a really powerful step. Fourth, practice intuitive listening and inspired action. Your intuition, that's the voice of your soul's code. Tune into your gut. Learn to tell the difference between the voice of fear and the voice of your intuition. Intuition often feels like a quiet knowing, a sense of rightness or resonance, while fear is usually loud, anxious, and full of what-ifs. Small, inspired steps. You don't need to have the whole path mapped out. Once you get an insight or a sense of direction, take one small, inspired action towards it. What's one tiny thing you can do today that feels aligned with that inner nudge? This builds momentum and brings more clarity. As Goethe, quoted by Viktor Frankl, suggested, we really get to know ourselves by taking action. Experiment and explore. Be willing to try new things, to explore different paths that feel interesting. Think of them as experiments in uncovering what truly resonates with your code. Fifth, embrace self-love and release limiting beliefs. This is so important. You can't fully access your soul's code if you're bogged down in self-criticism or stuck in old conditioning. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a good friend who's going through a tough time. Acknowledge your imperfections. They're part of being human. Identify and challenge limiting beliefs. We all have beliefs we've picked up from family, society, or past experiences. I'm not good enough. It's too late for me. I can't make a living doing what I love. Start questioning these. Where did they come from? Are they really true? Release societal expectations. Your soul's code is unique to you. It might not fit neatly into what society expects or what others want for you. Give yourself permission to be authentically you, even if it means disappointing some people. Sixth, recognize that purpose evolves. Unlocking your soul's code isn't a one-and-done thing. It's an ongoing process of growth and discovery. What feels purposeful to you at one point in your life might shift and deepen as you change and grow. Stay curious, stay open, and keep listening to that inner voice. This journey is about becoming the fullest, truest version of yourself, and that's a lifelong adventure. The title of this video is Unlock Your Soul's Code Before It's Too Late. And I want to be really clear. This isn't meant to make you panic. It's meant to spark a gentle but firm sense of urgency, an urgency to live fully right now. That quiet desperation we talked about, that's often the sound of your soul's code crying out to be expressed. Ignoring it year after year is like leaving your most precious gifts still in their boxes, your most beautiful music unplayed. Why before it's too late? Because life isn't endless. Each day is a chance to line up more deeply with who you truly are and what you're here to do. Putting off this exploration means risking getting to the later chapters of your life with a sense of regret, that heavy feeling of what might have been. As Steve Jobs famously put it, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. The consequences of not chasing your purpose can range from a constant lack of peace and fulfillment to feeling like you're just spinning your wheels, never quite getting to a place that feels like home. Some people describe this as feeling stuck, stagnant, or just going through life on autopilot.
Breaking news.
But more than just avoiding regret, unlocking your soul's code is about embracing the incredible aliveness that comes from living authentically. It's about feeling the joy, the passion, and the deep satisfaction that bubbles up when your inner life and your outer actions are in sync. It's about sharing your unique light with the world, because your soul's code isn't just for you. When you express it, it has a ripple effect. It touches the people around you, your community, and the wider world in ways you might not even imagine. Living your purpose is a way to bring more meaning, not just to your own life, but to the world. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust, taught that our main drive as humans isn't pleasure, but the search for what we find meaningful. He noticed that even in the absolute worst circumstances, those who held onto a sense of purpose were more resilient. Your soul's code is that source of meaning. It's what allows you to not just get through life's challenges, but to find growth and significance in them. So the urgency is really an invitation to stop putting your deepest life on hold, to engage with your existence more fully, and to discover the incredible power and joy waiting inside your own unique code. The journey to unlock your soul's code is probably the most important, most rewarding adventure you'll ever take. It's the path from that quiet desperation so many of us feel to a life of vibrant clarity, deep meaning, and true fulfillment. It's about shifting from a life lived on autopilot to one that's consciously chosen, deeply resonant, and uniquely yours. Remember, this code isn't something you need to invent. It's something you're being called to remember and live out. The steps we've talked about, connecting with your inner self, figuring out your values, looking for life's clues, taking inspired action, and embracing self-love. These are your tools for remembering. This isn't about hitting some grand external mark of success. It's about that inner alignment that brings peace and a sense of rightness, no matter what's going on around you. It's about lighting up a sense of meaning within yourself, just as Carl Jung suggested. When you live from your soul's code, you tap into an endless supply of resilience, creativity, and joy. Your relationships get deeper, your work becomes more meaningful, and your days are filled with a sense of purpose that's both grounding and uplifting. The world needs your unique light, the genuine expression of your soul's code. Don't let it stay hidden. The time to start is now. The adventure of your truest self is waiting. If you're ready to start this journey of discovery, I really encourage you to begin with one small step today. Maybe rewatch this video, pick one actionable step that really spoke to you, and commit to trying it. For more ideas and support, check out the resources linked in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. May you unlock the profound wisdom of your soul's code and live the truly magnificent life you were destined for.